Hi everybody, this is Hamza from Doctors of Tomorrow. Today we're going to talk about the study materials you guys need for the DAT. For those who don't really remember biology, Gen Chem, and OChem that much because they took it a year ago or 2 years ago, you guys should check out Chad's videos. Chad will walk you through Gen Chem and OChem specifically, and for the DAT portion, his biology is not that great, but it definitely gives you a decent amount of information. But for Gen Chem and OChem, Chad gives you a very thorough outlook on every single subject, as well as a lot of examples and test strategies. One good thing about Chad's videos is it's pretty cheap. It's around $50 a month, and you can split it with some friends. Unfortunately, 2 people cannot be using it at the same time, so you just figure out a work schedule with your friends. But Chad will definitely help you out with Gen Chem and OChem. Since Chad does not do that well with biology, I suggest you guys get any AP Bio review book, specifically Cliff Notes. It will definitely walk you guys through every single subject for biology. Sometimes you may feel like Cliff Notes is going too much into depth, which is true, but just be familiar with it because you never know what you're going to get on the test, because every single test is definitely different. After that, there's this book that all you guys should buy. It's called DAT Destroyer. DAT Destroyer has a lot of questions for OChem, Gen Chem, biology, and quantitative reasoning. This book will help you a lot, but specifically, this book will definitely help you with OChem and Gen Chem. Almost every single question that you will see in your OChem section and Gen Chem section, you will see in this book. So I'm telling you guys, this book will definitely prepare you for OChem and Gen Chem. So I think the biology part was a little too much, but I think Cliff Notes is more than sufficient, along with another material that I'll tell you guys about later. The quantitative reasoning part for DAT Destroyer is actually not that great, and the creator of the book knows that's not that great, so he created something called Math Destroyer. I don't have it with me right now, but Math Destroyer is definitely something you need. The book will have 16 practice tests, and when you take it, honestly, the questions will be a little harder than your DAT, and the numbers are not going to be that nice either, but I'm telling you guys, it will help you. It will help you a great deal. Math Destroyer and DAT Destroyer you definitely need. And once again, Math Destroyer will help you with math, and mainly DAT Destroyer for OChem and Gen Chem. Along with that, some of the things you guys need is test material. You can't just be doing questions and not have practice tests. So I suggest you guys get DAT Bootcamp. DAT Bootcamp has questions for every single section, but they have it in test form and section test form. It's kind of hard to explain, but once you get DAT Bootcamp, you'll understand what I'm talking about. One good thing that DAT Bootcamp offers that stuff like Destroyer can't offer is PAT practice. DAT Bootcamp helps you a great deal with PAT for 2 reasons. One, they have something called PAT generators. For each section of the PAT, which include keyholes, top front end, angle ranking, hole punching, cube counting, and pattern folding. DAT Bootcamp is a big help with PAT because it offers 10 section tests and PAT generators. Along with that, what Bootcamp gives you is reading tests. Now, it's really hard to practice reading because honestly it depends on the test as well as your ability to focus. Definitely try them out and see where you're at. One good thing Bootcamp also does is gives you 10 math section tests. Personally, for me, the math section test did not help that much. I personally liked Math Destroyer a lot more, though it was harder. But definitely, if you have the time, I would try my best to do both. Now, going back to Bootcamp has very good explanations for every single question. So let's talk about biology specifically. If biology gives you a question and the answer is A, Bootcamp will give you a detailed explanation to why it's not B, C, D, or E. And they'll sometimes give you an explanation to what the question will be for the answer to be B, or to be C, or to be D, or to be E. So it's very detailed in that biology aspects. Cliff Notes and DAT Bootcamp, that should be more than enough to get you a score that you're happy with. DAT Bootcamp was actually the closest representation to the DAT. Now, for DAT Destroyer, when you guys take it, you guys will see it'll be a little difficult and a little harder than the DAT should be, but it's necessary because I'm telling you guys, the harder it is, the more you'll be able to understand the concepts. DAT is not just about remembering formulas, memorizing reactions, or memorizing reagents. You need to understand it. And I'm telling you guys, DAT Destroyer will make you a master at OChem as well as Gen Chem. Once again, guys, let me just go over a rundown what you guys need. You guys need Chad's videos, DAT Destroyer, Math Destroyer, and then DAT Bootcamp. Unfortunately, it does end up being quite a bit of money, but I'm telling you guys, split it with a couple of friends, figure out a schedule, and it can definitely work out. So if you guys have any more questions about Chad's videos, Math Destroyer, DAT Destroyer, Bootcamp, definitely leave a comment or email us at the Doctors of Tomorrow email. Alright, and that should be it for this section. In other videos, we'll dive more into every single section and definitely help you guys out more. Thank you guys.